What is up, guys? Ginn here, and in today's video, I want to reveal some lists, 10 lists specifically, that I have revealed to you guys, and I will reveal again, that real estate wholesaling gurus and real estate gurus in general have threatened to sue me. And when I say threaten, I mean that word very lightly, because I have been pretty much served papers. I've been threatened, bashed. I have been told I will lose everything for giving away this type of information to you guys for free. And then I will have bleep to pay. I know everyone in the industry. I'll destroy you. About 4 or 5 gurus have really considered and talked to lawyers about, quote unquote, taking everything away from me for giving this information because they're losing millions of dollars from this. And I would love, and I'm telling you, with every bone in my body, I would love to just explain the names and really share with you who these people are. But first of all, this is on my personal channel, so I'm saying this information on my personal channel. But I've been told, and I cannot, say these names. And it might seem fun, to say those names. But first of all, I feel like that's immature. And second of all, and most important of all, from my lawyers, if I start mentioning names and bashing names, first of all, I can't get sued for giving you information. Like, unless it is patent secret information, I can't get sued from it. And the second part is I can get sued if I talk about a name and I start talking smack about them. They lose $1 million in sales, not because I gave better information from them. No, only because I defamed them on this channel and then they lost sales from it. Then they could sue me for millions of dollars. And I don't sell you courses, so I don't want to do that. So I will not be doing that today. But what I can tell you is lists that I've talked about before, some lists that I don't talk about too much, and all these type of lists. I do want to reveal the list. I think that's my big middle finger to these gurus on this video. It's interesting, right? It's a very, very interesting one. And what I'm going to check right now is just make sure that the audio is working really good here. Just going to check that really quick. Do you want to check the audio on this and make sure this? Let's see. All right. Do you want to check the audio on this and make sure? Yep, audio is working. So sounds all good. Sounds all good. So one thing I can tell you is I want to reveal these are 10 lists that I basically give to everyone for free. And there are some you have to technically pay, stuff like that. But one thing I can tell you is I've been threatened, sued, all the like about 3 prominent people have tried legal action on me, and every single time a lawyer says, dude or ma'am, not saying, but like, you can't sue this guy for telling you to go. Like, let's use an example is not on the list, right? Here's one thing that's not on the list that I'm just telling you. So the tax lien list, right? The lawyer's like, we got to sue Zach. He's talking about tax liens and that's in my course. Well, did you come up with the tax lien list? No, I learned it from this guru. Well, this guru did it in the 80s. And guys, like, I'm telling you this information I give. I always have a book here, How Real Estate Fortunes Are Made. And I've had, let's say, subject to real estate wholesaling coaches, and not the people you think. Okay, this person is not even a top 50 coach when it comes to real estate creative finance stuff. So this is not who you're talking about. But some very, very low level, like less than 1,000 followers on Instagram type person has threatened me for giving out creative financing information for free. Less than 1,000 followers, just so everyone understands this. And they never threatened to sue me, but they kind of did. They threatened me, right? This is a book from the 70s, and I always tell this book. This book's talking about subject twos in real estate, wholesaling, investing. Like, I have books from the 60s. I have PDFs, quotes, everything like that, guys. These are every single guru that gives information out has gone through some of these real estate books I have behind me, right? And so this is what I'm just trying to say. Every single lawyer's like, well, you don't own a tax lien list, right? You don't own a lien list. So you can't sue Zach on it. They're like, shoot, crap, right? And it's always funny. But I've been threatened. I've been served cease and desists. Tried lawsuits, but they never really went out there because a lot of gurus like knew they were going to lose that, so they never really went out. But I'm just letting you know. So what I want to do is reveal these, because these are lists that are, quote unquote, when I get threatened by gurus all the time, I'm told to stop giving this information out because it is detrimental to their income. for being a coach. So what I want to do is my big middle finger is I want to give it to you. And I want to give you some lists that I've been threatened before. And this is really good because this is stuff that I've talked about before. A lot of these gurus have threatened me, even had YouTube channels, and Rick's been doing it for 20 plus years. Okay. Not patented stuff he's talked about, things like that. So this is going to be fun. So let's talk about it. You know, I love trolling a guru. I love helping the people out. My Miami Dolphins won today. Shout out to everyone in the Niagara Falls, Buffalo, New York region. Just letting you know, Dolphins won, and I'm not going to rub it in your face. But yeah, let's talk about it, guys. Let's really break this down. Let's really share this. And in no particular ranked order, I do want to say, so the first one is going to be like a really easy one. I think a lot of people are going to roll their eyes when they hear it, but we do have 10. So I'm going to break these. Some of these are really good that you probably haven't heard before. Let's go. Let's really get into it. Okay. So let's share these. All right. Number one, code violation. So a lot of you guys are like, oh yeah. Okay. So code violation is a simple one. We're starting off really easy, right? And so code violations, I've been threatened because these are secret lists in wholesaling guru courses that before me and Rick really went on the scene. And I'll tell you this straight up. There weren't any videos on code violations. Like, this is really sad for me to say. When I started wholesaling real estate 2016, 2017, there's no YouTube videos talking about code violations for wholesaling. It's sad, right? Like, honestly sad that like my dad and I had to read books from like, where's one of these books that talked about it? Secrets of a Millionaire Real Estate Investor from Robert Sheeman right here. Like Robert Sheeman, he does sell courses and stuff, but mostly in 2006. He actually signed this book for him. Pretty cool. But shout out to Robert. I know he sells courses, but he did teach Rick a lot of stuff in one of the books. So this is a book from 2000, the year 2000, okay? And a lot of really great lists, landlords, stuff like that. Going to your auctions to find cash buyers, real estate investing, title, how to do financing on properties, right? A lot of really, really cool stuff on here. I'm trying to go to the marketing section here. I don't want to get into it too much, but like, this is stuff that's just been patented for a very long time. And this guy's learned it from so many other people. This is a book from 2000. Great book. I don't recommend it now because it's 22 years old, but like in the year 2000, this thing was insane, right? This is an old book too. Success in Real Estate Investing in the 90s from Peter Miller. Okay. This is a book from the 90s about wholesaling, right? This was a book in the 90s. Okay. And let me just give you some options before gurus try suing me and before I get this information. Okay. First of all, it talks about how to wholesale with inflation, deflation, taking over property subject to lease options, wholesaling, foreclosures, finding tenants, right? And just this is pretty much the Bible for a lot of real estate stuff, right? And this is an old book from, got to find the age of this one, 94, I think. 94. Like, so I'm just letting everybody know, like, the stuff on my book, these are all stuff that like have been code violations are all on these books, okay? So I've been threatened so many times from gurus for giving this because these gurus read that book and think no other person has, and they're hoarding that information in their course. And me and Rick make a YouTube channel and we talk about this stuff and nobody cares, right? I had like 100 people watching me for first 6, 7, 8 months, right? And I start sharing it and then start getting more followers and I start getting threatened, like this is stuff in my course. You can't do it. And that was kind of one of my first threats of lawsuits. I never got served anything from there, but like, it's just funny. And so that's the first one. I've been threatened so many times for giving code violations out, which is hilarious. And I do say before I give this video, it's just like a lot of the stuff, like I learned from these books from the 70s, 60s, 50s, 90s, 80s. It's amazing. And it's just, those informations kind of die off without me out here because no guru wants to tell you about it. And it's just funny. But even a lot of the closing, like the Zig Ziglar 80s books, right? Like, love this stuff. No guru can kind of own this stuff, but code violations are great. A code violation is basically a list that your neighborhood services, code enforcement department can actually go out here. Usually, old lady calls somebody that has an ugly looking house and they're like, oh, the grass is too tight. It's an eyesore to the community. And they get a fine on there. And the cool part about these really properties are nasty or ugly. They get a list of them with tall grass, basically structural damage. Some of them actually have mold or mildew on it. It's insane. But what I could tell you on this right now is just like these lists, hands down, are free. You can pull them right now. And the most important reason why I go on here and share this stuff with you is because if you have no money right now, you can gain this information, use this list, wholesale deals when you have no money, right? Because the gurus just want you to buy a list, right? And they threaten me because you can't buy a list off PropStream. They can't make money off of you or buy a list off Batch Leads or DMZack.com Deal Machine. They can't because you have to do it for free here. And I give it out all for free, right? And obviously, I don't think that's the right thing to do, but that's what the gurus do. But code violations are the first one. And I'm going to go a little faster on this one, but like it's absolutely insane. Code violations are amazing, right? Next guy, these gurus are clowns, right? But I do want to share this, right? And I'll tell you, I'm not a lawyer, legal advisor, analyst, CPA, realtor, any of that stuff, right? I'm just a guy that likes wholesaling houses. Okay. Like other stuff, creative financing, lease options, stuff like that. But like, yeah, we got sent a really cool subject 2 deal, and probably gonna take it over. It's a really nice one. But like mortgage at 4%, needs some work, but looks pretty good. Number 2, here's garage sales, and this is when people start, this is when gurus really start getting upset, right? Garage sales is a list of people that just listing their property like for a garage sale. And I have found, like, obviously not everyone's going to want to sell their property really quick, but like you really do the math on these type of properties and these type of wholesaling deals. A lot of them really want to get rid of the property, and it's really cool too. It's absolutely amazing, guys. I'm also posting a streamer link on here if you want to talk, any questions or whatever I say on here. But garage sales are insane because people just want to get rid of the property. A lot of them that want to get rid of it, they do a garage sale first because they need money for something, right? And a lot of people don't know, but like Rick back in the day, and I don't know if I'm smack talking him, but like back in the, I think in 2010, he sold, no, 2012, 2013, he sold a course on garage sale flips. I think he called it garage sale flips. We imported that, and I'm pretty sure it's in freewholesaling.com right now on the bottom right-hand corner. It was called Garage Sale Flips, and really, really cool stuff. And I made him revamp it to give everyone for free, but this was like back in the day. Really cool. He shared how to do garage sales, and a lot of gurus out here still do courses on it, but it's an amazing list to be going after. And definitely one I highly recommend for success in wholesaling real estate. Garage sale flips. You can find garage sale leads. You just try to wholesale deals that list the property on garage sales. Of course, you do like 100 and 150 and you call them, like, good chance you're going to get a deal on here. So garage sales are great. We have it at freewholesaling.com, which is right here. But it's a great list, guys. Like it's not talked about at all, but it works really good. But yeah. Next here, we're going to go here and Facebook groups, right? I truly believe Facebook groups is probably going to be this is one of the most controversial one, right? And I don't want to mention anything, right? Because I don't want to get in trouble, but like a lot of people have threatened me, and more than one, and I really don't want to get into it. But like I've been threatened for telling people how to find motivated seller leads to the Facebook groups, right? And it's really simple, right? Like a lot of people just go, like I used to do this when I started out in wholesaling, right? You just go to a Facebook group, so I live in St. Louis. So I live in Martin County, but like up north is like a really big city for wholesaling, Port St. Lucie. And I'll go to like the St. Lucie County, like locals group. And this used to be like 10 years ago, it was insane. And even now is insane. 5 years ago when I started wholesaling, it was insane. But I was like, anyone looking to sell their property cash? I'm looking to buy a couple more, and then just post it. And people get deals sent to them all the time doing that, right? And this has been something that's been done for decades, but like recently gurus have started selling courses on that, and I've gotten threatened plenty of lawsuits for it, right? I don't understand this because there's literally posts from decades ago, literally decades ago of people just posting, we buy houses cash on Facebook groups, and I told people to do it, and I got threatened like crazy. So kind of nuts, but I'm not going to mention too much on that one, but that's the one I think I've gotten the most flack from people selling courses. But yeah, Facebook groups, insane. Next one here. I think people in the comments can explain that a little more. But like I don't have it on freewholesaling.com. I've just mentioned it, and I've gotten the most flack for that one. Number 4 here, guys, going to the bail bondsman list. Rick talks about this a lot. This is in freewholesaling.com. But you can actually get a lot of really good wholesaling deals, a lot of motivated seller leads from your local bail bondsman. Because you got to think about this, right? Like, we're not thinking about Dog the Bounty Hunter, right? But like people that skip bail, and a lot of times when you post bail and you don't have the money, right? So like, if I don't have too much money, but I have bail, it's like 100K, right? I might put up, my house for collateral, right, and equity. And the cool part is if I skip bail, right, the bail bondsman can kind of take over that property. And these are people that just want to liquidate and just get rid of the property. Like they don't want to sell it. They just want to get their bail out, right? And you can work with a cash buyer or a wholesaler, or you can go and, find people that are posting bail against their house and see if they want to sell it too. So it's kind of like a double whammy. Or you can find people that skip on bail and try to wholesale those deals with the bail bondsman. And then you can also reach out to the people that went arrested that are out on bail and maybe want to sell their house for quick cash, right? People that pretty much know they're going away, right? These are really good. And I've been threatened. Honestly, Rick's been threatened more than me on this, but this is an amazing list. And for a lot of people that come up to me and say, Zach, I've done every list imaginable. And I always say, like, did you do the arrest record list? Did you do the bail bondsman list? Do garage sales? Like, I can go forever. And I have not had one person literally ask me on a live stream, hey, I've done every single list imaginable. I haven't gotten a deal. Because I get asked that question actually a good amount of time. But every single time I ask that, I always ask very specific questions. And it's like, I just start at like bail bondsman, and like no one can answer that, right? And I say code violations. Oh, I never did the code violation list. Well, you didn't try everything then, right? And when you say that you tried everything, I take it literally. Okay. You're telling me you've did 1,000 arrest records, called them, and you didn't get a deal. And those people had liens on the house. Come on, right? The coolest part about wholesaling, it's like anything. Okay. It's very hard for me to find somebody that works out every single day for 10 years straight and they don't have muscles. Okay. Like it's very hard for me to find that. Okay. Almost impossible unless you're that guy that walks in there and like does nothing. But like, I think Kramer does that in Seinfeld, right? He just goes in there in the sun. No, it was the dentist. It was the dentist because he was making jokes because he converted his religion for the jokes. But the dentist did that. He just goes in the sauna. But like it's hard, right? It's hard to find somebody that fishes like, every weekend and then they come back and they're not good at it, right? Like you do something enough times, you're gonna be really good at it. So the bail bondsman list is a sneaky list that nobody really talks about, right? It's funny, right? And it's just a really, really good list. It's one that I do mention. I don't think I mentioned it enough because I really think for the average person, I like putting this on my personal YouTube channel, right? Because this is on the Zach and YouTube channel where I can kind of get a little more niched out on stuff because for the common wholesaler, y'all gotta just work on the probates, trying for dollars, like the bigger like lists. But like for the people that are like running bigger operations, and this is information, I call this the overtime, right? Like this is information I don't usually just give out, right? Because I just got the regular live streams, but like this is stuff I got extra time on this channel. I can kind of give it to you. And this is why I kind of like this a lot. But like this is really good stuff. So I think it's really powerful. But yeah, the bail bondsman list, absolutely amazing. And I'm going to ask this question. I'll go answer it really quick and then we'll get the other ones. But like, why am I even threatened for giving this information out, right? Like, what do you think they'll achieve? And the most important part, and the reason why I put this on is because I'm not here to bash gurus, okay? I want to give you information that I think is not talked about enough, that is information people try to hoard and not give out. But like, why am I getting threatened? Just so I can not do it. But the reason why I put this comment on here, because I thought this thought, and I'm probably going to forget it. So this is why I want to mention it. When you're like SMS text blasting, and I've get DMs all the time. There is these people on TikTok, okay? There's these guys and gals on TikTok that will show you, hey, do you ever get these texts for auto insurance? here's a quick template you can send to them, and they have to give you $1,000. And it basically, and they give it to you when you're SMS text blasting. And basically how it works is, hey, you were violating the FCC TCPA laws of 1991. They get all technical, right? And everyone gets so scared, and they think they're going to give me $1,000 and I won't sue you for 5,000, right? And it's just really funny because the letter is for when you're trying to like reach out to somebody to sell something to them. But like, so, hey, buy my auto insurance, go buy, these TVs, go buy this, pizza at the restaurant, go vote, like something stupid, right? Like you're trying to sell something. Like, I want you to give me money for something, right? Wholesaling is different where like you're not encouraging the purchase of or an investment of a good or service, right? I think it's funny, right? You're not encouraging them there. And so it's really weird when you read TCPA law, but like what I've found is when people do that, especially when they threaten a lawsuit, especially with SMS text blasting or cold calling, it's a threat, right? The people that really sue you are not going to like they're not going to threaten you. They're just going to, right? So if someone's really going to sue you for SMS text blasting for wholesaling real estate, which I was saying this in the group, I don't have any case law or case studies actually showing or stating that. I have none. I have no person that received a text, they've sued the person, and they've won or gone through an entire like bench trial, right? It doesn't happen because it costs tens of thousands of dollars to do a lawsuit like that for just at most through TCPA. Even if you're doing something illegal, which you're not, it's like $1,000, like $500 to $1,000 fine at most, right? And those are really for like those scam people you get text from, right? I just think it's funny. But like, that's why I kind of want to put this up. Like, you're going to get, some people get threatened from texts and stuff like that. Just ignore them, right? Like if someone's threatening you for texting something, unless they actually give you something to sue you, like don't worry about it. I just ask all the time, someone threatened me for cold calling SMS. There's just people on TikTok trying to send you like regular stuff. And if you even read on it, it's like, it's kind of funny. But just giving everyone FY on there. So let's talk about number 5, right? Very common one, right? These are just probates, right? A lot of people have their little probate courses for wholesaling, right? We give it all for free at freewholesaling.com, right here. So yeah, probates are great. I absolutely love probates for wholesaling real estate. I always have. I've always been a big fan of them. A lot of gurus don't like when I share it because you can't make money off of telling you probates work. Like I can't make a dime off of you for telling you just pull the probates yourself. And yeah, like guys, you see, I have PropStream links, Deal Machine, batch leads links. I got links everywhere. And of course, like I'll make money on it, you sign up. But like I don't want to hoard good information from you just because of that. And a lot of gurus do that. A lot of gurus get upset. They have it in a hidden course for probates. And we have a free real estate, basically probate course at freewholesaling.com. So I get attacked a lot on it, right? And yeah, you can pull a pre-probate at like listria.com, but like I would pull it straight from the source at pretty much at the clerk of the court, and I'll show you how to do it. So it'll be pretty cool in there. But and guys, stay tuned to the end of this video. I am going to reveal a massive live stream we're doing. It's going to be our big hurricane type live stream on Tuesday. It's just going to be me on it, but it's going to be something worth it, right? And I don't know if I'm going to have power Wednesday or Thursday, so I've been planning an epic live stream, like epic value. It's including probates. It's including some other stuff. It's going to be really cool. So I'll announce at the end. So it'll be really, really fun for you guys. But yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. So yeah. 6 of the water shutoffs. Not threatened too much with the water shutoffs, but I've been told to stop giving that information via DM. Basically, always on Facebook Messenger for some reason. I always get the hate on there. But yeah, told not to do the water shutoff list because that is information that is patented. That is information that is not public. I just like the gurus go crazy on me. But yeah, the water shutoff list, I've heard it all from it. I get attacked so many stinking times on it. It's hilarious. But yeah, I get threatened all the time for it. But it's an amazing list. Really, without us and the information that I give, right? Water shutoffs, probates, garage sales, and code violations. Facebook groups are on there because gurus have Facebook group ones. But like the water shutoff list isn't talked about like at all. Like outside of our channel, like me, anything I do, anything Rick does, anything Flip with Rick does, like it's never talked about. And I think I don't want to get in a rant, but like it is shocking that like I'm the only one that talks about it. And there always is a reason. And I don't want to be like a conspiracy theorist talking about it, but like it's absolutely true. I'm the only one that ever talks about it. It drives me insane. I am the only one, but to each their own, I guess. But like, it's insane how you do that, right? And it just, it's insane. But like, yeah. So where do you pull the water shutoff list, right? You pull the water shutoff list from your water, basically your water utility department. So the best case, like where's my utility department? So if you're living by yourself or with a family or whatever, you have to pay a water bill, right? Just look up where you're getting your water bill, right? Usually it's the city of something, right? So, the city of Houston, the Houston, like water authority, like they all got different names, right? But like, it might be the Harris County Utility Department, right? Like they're all different names, but just call them up and ask for a list of all the properties where the water shut off for non-payment, or just a list of properties where there's no running water currently. There's different ways to ask, right? And you're going to get some hesitation. You're going to get some resistance. But as Rick always says, how do you beat resistance? Persistence, right? And I always think it's hilarious that like people will try to pull this list. They'll get said no once and they'll just quit. And you got to pull this. You got to ask for this list like 3, 4, 5 times, even go in person. And then you're going to get sent this list, right? I think so many people quit so early on a list like this, but like you got to keep persistently trying to get this list. And honestly, you're going to do really well, right? So the water shutoff list, absolutely love it. Yeah, it's a really good list to be going after. You got to keep going. It's all at freewholesaling.com right there. And I always show you how to do it. Number 7 is the reverse drawing for dollars list. And basically the reverse drawing for dollars on pre-foreclosures, right? This is kind of a mix. I've been threatened specifically on this type of thing, but reverse drawing for dollars are pre-foreclosure leads. I somehow I get threatened a lot on this. I don't know why. Like, what am I doing? Right. But yeah, just put sticky notes on pre-foreclosures, right? A lot of people get upset over that, a lot of the threats on this type of list is from people that are doing it and it's working really well for them. They've actually been doing their market before. I kind of been talking about, like, I had honestly talking about this list for like 2 years. So people that have been doing it like a year and a half before I started getting a little more followers, they were doing it. And, it was just kind of funny that like I started talking about more and more. Like I started talking about more than once a month, and they are like having other people do it. And like I'm getting threatened, like, don't ever do that ever again, or don't mention my market. Yeah. Guys, I've been threatened before through wholesalers to, like, not even joking, like, don't ever mention this market again. This is such a hot market. I make all my money from this market. You cannot mention this on your channel. I've been told that. And if you guys go to my top 50 virtual wholesaling markets, 2 of them are in there, but I ain't going to mention it. All right. I ain't going to mention it. Yeah, I'm a little troll sometimes with this stuff, but I think it's funny. It gives people really good information. So how can I be upset over that, right? Like, how can I be upset giving people great information about wholesaling real estate? So putting a sticky note on a pre-foreclosure, driving around it, really good way to be doing it. Absolutely love it. So number 8 here is going to be the IRS and the credit card debt lien list, right? Very hidden list for a lot of people. This is a list not really talked about in wholesaling real estate, right? But I think it's a really powerful list, right? This is a list of all the people that are basically behind on their IRS tax payments. You could also add like the state revenue departments, or basically the Department of Revenue, or where you get taxes in your state, right? I get attacked all the time from this type of list, from people saying, oh, don't give this information out. I don't really get threatened to sue too much, but I get threatened to stop doing this versus the other 2 ones. But like the credit card debt lien list, powerful list, guys. People are behind on the credit card payments. They want to get rid of the property. Amazing list to be going after. Hands down, one I highly recommend for wholesaling real estate success. So the IRS and the credit card debt lien list, hands down, amazing list to be going after. Number 9 is Zillow for sale by owners. And I'm shocking here. I get threatened for talking about this list, not because specifically the list is like patented, because the company technically owns the list, but like I get attacked because, first of all, I cold call this list live. And a lot of gurus don't like that because they don't cold call live. And I've been threatened before, don't do this. And second, most importantly, a lot of people a lot of cold calling gurus are losing money because I'm telling people just to cold call Zillow for sale by owners. And a lot of these gurus gain money from telling you, if you pay me my 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 grand, I will give you the confidence to cold call. And I'm telling everyone, just call like 50 Zillow for sale by owners. Like just call them. Like you don't even have to get a deal, and you'll gain the confidence yourself. And they gain the confidence. They go on the coaching call with the, the discovery call with the guru, and it never gets sold because I talk to these leads and I think I can do this myself confidently, right? Oh, you need to buy the 4,000, 270, 1.111178 like dollar mastermind thing, right? To learn cold calling. It's just hilarious. But like, I've been threatened from cold calling gurus to stop doing it, right? And it's always funny. So we're going to revamp some of that Tuesday, which is going to be really fun. But like, the Zillow for sale by owners, it's giving so many people confidence. So many people do the first real estate wholesaling deals. So many people start wholesaling. So many people start cold calling. Really powerful stuff. And I think it's going to change a lot of lives. And I absolutely love it, right? I think it's an amazing list. And then the last one's wholesaling vacant land. And this was a shocker for a lot of people. But I've been threatened so bad on this one from one specific person. And she will not be named. But I talked about wholesaling vacant land. I just literally put wholesaling vacant land, and I got threatened. And because somebody patented or trademarked the name wholesaling vacant land, and they put another thing on there, and I'm not going to mention it. And they said, you need to take this video down right now, or I'm suing you and taking this video and just destroying your channel, and I'm going to have all my lawyers up your butt. And I was shocked because like this person's got like 40 subscribers, and they spent like $2,000 trying to copyright wholesaling vacant land. And I'm like, what? I changed the one word on it, like, because I just don't want to deal with a lawsuit. But I was like, are you kidding me? So I'm not going to mention it, but I got threatened for talking about wholesaling vacant land because I thought they trademarked the name. They didn't trademark the name wholesaling vacant land, but it was like wholesaling vacant land or something. Or it's like space blank wholesaling vacant land, which is just like a word, right? Potato, wholesaling vacant land, step by step, which it wasn't that. But like I got threatened to sue, and they're going to they were going to request YouTube to literally block every single video on my channel and like just take me all down for it. I'm like, I don't even want to deal with this. So I just changed the one word, but crazy, like stupid. Okay. So someone thought, and then the patent office is like, you literally can't trademark wholesaling vacant land, but you can do this. And they're like, all right. And then they had that weird thing. And I posted that video like 3 years ago. And then they trademarked it after I posted the video, literally 2 years later. And then they threatened me 2 years later. It's like, come on. It's like if I do a video called, how to find wholesaling deals with probates, and they patent the word how to find wholesaling deals with probates as their course, and they try to like trademark infringement with me. I'm like, these gurus find new ways to guru, right? Like, how can you be more of a guru than that, right? And she will not be named. Oh, we don't know which one, right? But just hilarious. I just think it's like, how more guru can you be? And I think it's funny. And I'm gonna get threatened. I'm probably, my messenger's blowing up from gurus all the time, and I don't even read the messenger anymore. I probably got 40 new. I get threatened all the time. And the funny part is like, I don't sell you course. Like, I don't want to deal with all that stuff. I got my lawyers. I have to get good lawyers now for just my wholesaling. Now this stupid stuff, but it doesn't stop me from wholesaling. It doesn't stop me from giving the best wholesaling real estate information on the planet and helping as many people as possible learn wholesaling real estate. So let's answer some questions. Let's do some Q&As. I do want to see how the people are going. I want to see how I can help everyone out. But yeah, keep posting stuff and I'll do it. And first question here from Herlin's like, Dolphins go to the Super Bowl. Okay. We're going there, baby. We got this. Okay. That was an amazing game today. So yeah, it was on fire. I loved it. But so let's do some one-on-ones. We'll do some questions after too. But yeah, this is Zach Ginn, guys. So let's go do some questions, see how we can help the people out and see what's up. Cole, what is up?
No, Zach. I had the pleasure of meeting your dad on Friday. You guys are
Friday. Where?
I love you both. This is awesome. So
where did you see him Friday?
I just got a water shutoff list, and I have like 750 leads, and now I'm kind of figuring out because I have like a full-time job, so I need to actually do like SMS campaigns. So my whole thing is, man, is I watched your prop stream and your batch versus batch leads video, and I've kind of been like looking at all your videos online before even asking you this question to figure it out. What would be kind of, I know you're like trying to stay neutral to this. So what would be kind of like your what you would do if you were first starting out and you just kind of were trying to use almost like one or two softwares?
Okay, first of all, where did you see him?
On this channel, man.
Oh,
On
I
this
thought you saw
channel
him
on
in
a live.
person. All right. I was like, wait. I was like, all right, that was weird. No one ever comes up to us, so I was like, I've had one guy, three. But all right.
Dude, I know you guys.
What's your situation?
Stewart or PSL? Because I used to live in Vero. I'm in Orlando.
One in PSL, two in Stewart. All right. What's up? So what's your situation?
Yeah, man. So I'm really curious. Like I'm trying to decide whether
Where
I
are
want
you
to
at?
go like prop stream or batch.
Okay, where are you at?
What do you mean?
Where do you live?
Oh, Orlando, Seminole County.
Okay, you're in Orlando. All
Yeah.
right. What's your budget?
I mean, try to keep it as cheap as possible, but I guess like I mean whatever. I pull in about like 3.5, 4,000 a month. So, I mean, you tell me, man.
Yeah. Okay. So, what like is income from a job?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I have about probably 1,000, 1,200 in expenses. Live with some people.
Okay. And how much free time do you have for wholesaling?
I mean, dude, I probably work like 45 hours a week right now because I'm in sales. So, I mean, ideally, but my thing is I work from home. So I can like reply to text immediately if I were to go into text. But I don't know about cold calling.
Okay.
I don't know how often I'd be able to do that.
So, you have a couple options here, and I'm just going to be straight up with you.
Please.
If you're making 3,000 to 4,000 a month, it's probably not smart to spend $1,000 a month SMS text blasting, skip tracing, all that. Like I'm just being honest with you, right?
Okay.
It doesn't make sense to me, right? Like you got bills, right? You got right. You have a car?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, I'm just being honest with you. You should probably just skip the softwares and just do reverse drawing for dollars. That's
Really?
probably gonna be your best bet.
My whole thing is like, how would I have the time to do that though? Like that's the thing. Like I'm
45 hours a week, right?
Yeah, I work 45 hours a week and it's all like during the day.
Okay. 7 days a week?
6.
6 days a week?
Yep.
So it's 45 divided by 6.
So what's that? Like 7? Yeah, about 7.5 hours.
7.5. So what is it? 9 to 5?
More like 12 to 7:30. And then I kind of have some stuff going on in the morning, which I need to work on reducing.
Okay.
Like I work out, kind of
take
take care of myself, stuff like that.
Make this easier. 8 to 12 on Sundays, reverse drive for dollars, and then answer the phones on your free time. Or, 10 to 11 for 5-6 days a week, reverse drawing for dollars. Whatever way you want to put it, make sure you do reverse drive for dollars 4 or 5 hours a week and start at that.
Oh, you think that's like all it's going to take, really?
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot, dude.
Oh.
Yeah. If you have a car, gas money would be a lot better. Like it would be $50.
So what about and then what? I mean, because I have this massive list from water shutoffs.
Okay.
I mean, so and you said
anything
more than like 1,000, and honestly, I just checked it out. Like
1,000. Okay, 1,000. Are these people that currently have the water shut off due to non-payment?
I got the list from, I believe it was March 6th to September 6th. Or September.
Okay. Well, you're gonna have to go and so here's you need active. Okay, like you're gonna have to get active properties with the water shut off because I'm telling you that 1,000, there's probably 300 good leads out of that. The rest are just, the water's already running in the house, right? It's you want newer leads on there, so you want the monthly. Where the new leads you had to shut the water off for the past month. And you get that every single month. Like 1,000 is kind of like old data. I'm just being honest with the water shut off list.
Well, yeah, all right, cool, man.
Same thing with
Honestly,
code
I had no
violation.
idea. First time pulling it.
Same thing with the code violation, right? And like I don't want to do one that's open and then got closed, right? I just that are open for the past month, right?
So
Because
do it
1,000's a
monthly,
lot,
like,
even
monthly.
like is it for Seminole County?
Yeah, it's just for Seminole.
That's way too big. Like that's way too many water shutoffs. I'm just being honest with you. Like if you said Orange County, that's pushing it. But yeah, I would honestly say for Seminole County, that's a lot, dude. That's probably all the water shutoffs they did. And you got to remember, dude, if I'm living in a house in Seminole County and I sell it and I move to California, I might shut the water off for like a week, and then the closing happens, and then they come back, and then a new family comes in. Like they shut the water off all the time.
Oh,
so like you got to make sure it's for non-payment.
That's what happened when I moved from Vero.
Right?
Crap.
You shut the water off for like a week, so like, because you don't want to pay for it. And then someone comes in, they turn the water on. So you want to make sure it's due to non-payment.
Okay.
So just.
Yeah, that's what they have. They have all the amount paid and all the amount dues and everything like that.
I would ask. What's Seminole County population, right? There's 466,000, maybe 100,000 homes. I mean, it doesn't seem like I just look at home sales, right? Like it might even be up to that. So I would second guess it and talk to the utility department and try to get more information about that list. I just hate for you to cold call that list and then like no one wants to sell because you have bad data and then you're wasting your time. Right? Or you spend $2,000 texting this list and that's like half your income and it's just a fail, right? Like I don't want that. And you're running a big risk doing that. So I want you to get really good data on it. That's the point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so go back and get the list again from the same people, basically.
No.
What?
A list of people that had their water shut off due to non-payment. I can shut off the water at my house right now. And once it's shut off, it's due to non-payment because I requested it. Like, I didn't pay my bills and the water got shut off. I didn't ask for that, right? I didn't pay, so they shut off my water. That's a special one, right? Or even a list of people that are behind on their payments for the water utility department too, right? Like, get more specific. Because it's going to be a lot lower, man. I'd be shocked if it's over 100.
Really?
Maybe 200, 250 for a month. Like, that's pushing it, though.
What about for Orange?
Orange County?
I'm definitely going to try Orange next.
Yeah. That should have a lot more.
It's 20 minutes away. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, I probably would not use any softwares right now. Just, right? And you can always do the utility liens too. That's another one. But like, let's just stick to that, dude. And the reverse rank for dollars and just see how that's going. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I just saw that guy Cameron post like his massive win about making 72,000. All he was using was PropStream.
Yeah, but he did 5 deals in 5 months. Like he made money and he can reinvest it. Like it's just different.
So he didn't start off like that. You don't.
He did 5 deals in 5 months. Month 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, it took him 5 months, and he goes hard. He went hard in the paint, but like
Yeah.
Like you're Cole, you're not Cameron, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's got a different situation.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you.
That's probably what I'd start doing.
All right, reverse driving for dollars. Got it.
All right, man. You know what to do. All right. Well, keep me updated, dudes. You got any other questions?
No, man. Not at all.
All right. Have a good one, Cole. Appreciate it. Nice talking to you.
Yeah, you too, man.
Boom. Appreciate talking to Cole. Appreciate everyone hopping on here. And yeah, appreciate everyone on here. So next year we got Omar. Seems like you're muted or something. Try to plug and unplug it. See what you got on here. Try it again. All right. What I'm going to do with Omar is I'm going to kick him out of the studio and he's going to come back in and we're going to talk to him after the next person. So we're going to talk to, hello. Hello.
Hi, sorry, I was muted. How are you?
No worries. Good. How are you? How do I say your name?
Jacksenia.
Jacksenia. Cool name. Nice
Thank
meeting you.
Nice meeting you. So I've been watching your videos like for maybe 2 months now. Today I finally decided to do my first cold calls.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I was very nervous, but it's fine. I was watching your one of your videos yesterday and you were doing cold calling with or like role playing with some people, and I was like, you know what, I need to just do it. But today I did for sale by owner, and I got a hold of somebody, and I just kind of wanted to ask what you would do in this case. It's very simple. Pretty much he has a tenant in the home and he's ready to sell. The only thing is that the tenant is asking for 90 days to move, and she's been the tenant for like 12 years and he wants to accommodate her.
That's good.
So
You know why?
Why?
That gives you 90 days to find a cash buyer.
Okay.
Right?
That's awesome. Right.
I like it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I also asked on your Facebook chat that you made recently, and somebody said I can add a clause to the sell an agreement, and I just wanted to confirm.
So let's talk about this, right? So like, I like that chat. I think it's really cool, but I can't control what information they give, right? So you're going straight to the source, which I really appreciate, right? So do you have it under contract currently?
I don't. I just have the one you provided.
Okay, so there's no amendments. There's no special clauses, right? Like, let's not get crazy, okay?
Okay.
One thing you should just write on that contract is basically buyer agrees to buy on or before, and then put like 4 or 5 months in the future. Now that might seem a little crazy, right? But like I would probably, buyer agrees to close on, it's already on it, right? Like it's already on or before probably February 1st, 2022, which means we both have to agree, the buyer and seller, to close on the transaction before February 1st. And really what this means is, like, you as the wholesaler, you tell the seller, hey, on the date that you're ready to go, we'll close. So you need 3 months? Let's do it in 3 months, or 3 months and a week, right? And then you're very accommodating, right? And whatever cash buyer you talk to, let them know that's going to be in 3 months and you'll be fine. You just make sure you accommodate and you make a win-win for everybody. And I think if you write that, the seller's going to be a little nicer on the price. You're going to get a better deal. Bring it to a cash buyer. You're going to have a lot of time to find the deal and you'll be good.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. That was really all I needed. I did a few other calls, but he was the only one that was pretty nice and understanding. And I had another one who was pretty rude, but he did send me like pictures over text message. So I'm just going to keep following up with him and we'll see how that goes.
I commend me for this. Like, it takes a lot of courage to start calling. Like, I know it didn't seem like it, like me calling, but like I started out nervous too, right? So it takes a lot of courage to actually start taking that action. And you are like leaps and bounds beyond the person sitting on the couch right now, not doing anything, right? So you're taking action. That's a huge win. And you're talking to somebody who wants to sell their house. And it's a good problem to have. And so congrats to you. You took action and you're getting a deal. So love it.
Well, thank you so much. I'll definitely be back on here. Today was the first time I figured out how to actually talk to you. So now that I know how, I will come back with more questions. Thank you.
Perfect. We can go over the contract. I can help you out. One thing I'll tell you is when you call the seller back, I want you to figure out what the rent is and just start figuring stuff like that out.
For the person that needs 90 days?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She pays $1,200.
Okay. And did you figure out how much the thing could probably rent for?
No, not yet.
Start trying to figure that stuff out.
Okay.
And then I can kind of help you out, like figure out maybe some comps so we can kind of go from there, just so you can really get confident on this, right? Because if you're new into wholesale, it might get a little harder, but love to help you out.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Appreciate it. Guys, I'm telling, like, if you have a deal right now and you need help closing it, you need help with it, like you need help at all, I'm here to help you. Okay. Like I'm not here to like try to throw you to the wolves, right? Like this is a legit, and this is shocking for most people, but like this is a legit like coaching thing. Like I'm coaching you for free, right? But like it's still like if you even pay me $1,000, I'm still gonna do the information like the same way. 10 grand. I don't care how much, right? I want to help everybody out get their first deal. But I do want to give a shout out, like you taking action, like it takes courage to go out here and start calling. It takes courage to go out here and start just going after it, right? So shout out to her, shout out to everyone on here. And I love seeing action takers. It really gets me excited, right? Omar. Bro, you are still muted. This is driving me crazy, dude. All right. Can you just plug do you have a mic on or headphones or something? Bro. All right. We're going to go to emergency. All right. You're just going to have to try to do it on the phone. All right. All right. Hop back on the phone, man. Sorry. It's not working. So, just go old school on this one, Esmeralda.
All right, cool. I finally made it live. This is exciting.
How's it going?
Man, I'm so grateful to be here live with you, man. I'm so nervous right now. I wrote down what I wanted to tell you. Could I just read it?
Yeah, no worries.
All right.
I'll
Awesome.
bite.
All right. Oh, good.
I'm here to help you become a better wholesaler. Like that's my job. All right.
Oh man, I appreciate it so much.
All right. So yeah.
Let me just read to you what I wrote, so that my heart doesn't pound anymore and comes out of my chest. All right. So dear Zach, thank you for all your free content. I've been listening to so much, I've been learning so much from your channel. I'm a beginner wholesaler living in San Carlos, California. I have learned from you and your dad that it's important to have a why in order to stay in this business for the long term. I was hoping I could share my why with you and ask your experience perspective on my current plan of massive action in order to get my first deal within the next 60 to 90 days. I'm currently unemployed, and I'm living off savings and some support from my boyfriend and my parents. I don't have children, so I can basically wholesale full time for the next 3 months. I'm very fortunate to have the financial backing to do that. My budget as of now is about $800 a month for marketing for the next 3 months. I have the means to be able to do that. And my whys include to grow in ways I never thought possible, to help people suffer less, and to become financially free. So those are my whys, because I really want to stay in this business for the long term. I want to be able to have my own business and run it for the rest of my life and be better and better and better with your help, hopefully. So my plan for the next 3 months as of now includes, I saw a video on reverse driving for dollars, and I was like, man, I got to do that. So that's my first thing, reverse driving for dollars with PropStream, the driving app. I already have PropStream. So I'm planning to do that in Stockton because San Carlos, California, the median home price here is 2.5 million. It's that's what it's like right here, and that's where I'm living. And I'm guessing that's probably not a good area to do driving or reverse driving for dollars. And I saw one of your videos where you did list source to check out the cash buyers, and it looks like Stockton was at 600. What was it? 628 cash buyers. So I thought maybe I should just drive up there. It's about an hour away, but it sounds like that's a really good way for me to get my first deal. And then and on second, there's Manteca, California, 235 buyers. So I thought I'd just attack those two areas. And then my second was to cold call a tired landlord list in Stockton. I already have it. I've been cold calling. I've done like about 200 contacts. I talked to one, I think he was a cash buyer. He said to call him whenever I get my first deal. So that was cool, but mostly I've been getting no's and just trying to get better at cold calling. And then the third one I wanted to ask you is, should I try to do virtual wholesaling and split my attention between Stockton and Dayton, Ohio is what I was thinking. But it sounds like I saw one of your videos by you and then another one by your dad where you're like you want to do it in your backyard if you can. But my backyard, the appropriate area as of now, from what I could tell, the closest to me is Stockton, California. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. So I love your why. It's definitely 100% possible. You can do really anything you want, right? You've been in Mexico right now, wholesaling, right? So I do want to tell you, like, it's best to go fishing in your backyard. But if your backyard's got no fish, what's the point of fishing there, right? It's a pond, but like, so here's the truth. Stockton's what, an hour and a half away. You're in San Carlos, right?
Yep,
So that's kind of like it's in between San Fran and Palo Alto, right? Yeah,
that's
San Jose.
right.
Okay, so that ain't gonna be good. The closest good market near you, and this is a shocker, is gonna be Oakland. And
Oh,
Oakland's most like a million, like is the average, right? Maybe 900 now, but like you could wholesale in Oakland, but that's very specialized to a point still. And you can wholesale in Oakland. Stockton's a little far. And there's still there's a lot of wholesalers in Stockton, Sacramento, right?
yes.
An hour and a half, I wouldn't consider your backyard, okay? Just a little too far, right? And you're pushing it. So
Okay.
my gut's telling you to go virtual.
Okay.
You can do half and half if you really want to. But
Okay.
I think something virtual is probably going to be in your best chance of getting a deal. And I'm just trying to say that nicely because it's even if you lived in Stockton, it'd be tough, but it's tough enough already an hour and a half away. So speed's going to be important. I'd probably go virtual.
Okay, cool. So I have let's see, I have some lists on PropStream for Dayton, Ohio already. Well, I haven't bought them yet because I wanted to get your advice first whether I should focus on Stockton or not. But it sounds like what you're saying is not in my case.
You can
It'd be
try Stockton. I do it. I always tell them to try a 50-50 approach if your heart's really want to set. So when you sleep at night, you tried everything you want. Maybe
mhm.
you go hard the next month, half and half, and you make your decision from there. It's always up to you. But it's up to you. That's honestly what I'd say. I don't think you go wrong doing both of them, but you just got to check it out. So what kind of list are we talking?
Okay, so I pulled right now I have in my little PropStream properties is a pre-foreclosure list, which is kind of small, and then I also got a active liens list, which is 234, a credit card lien list, which is small, probate list, which is also small, and then a zombie list, which was like 169. So together the list that I currently have on the waiting for me to skip trace, it's about 403. So maybe I should attack that first.
Add code violations, and I
Code,
think it'd be good on that one. I like that.
code
But
file
if you're doing Dayton, it'd be Montgomery County.
Montgomery
County, Ohio. Yeah.
County, Ohio. Okay, awesome. All right. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna focus on Dayton. That's what I'll do. Yeah.
All right. I like it.
Yep. And I just wanted to set an intention with you to come back next week and just to let you know how it went so that I have some accountability. And also wanted to ask if anybody else is willing to be an accountability buddy or to just share our struggles and successes.
We're going to do this if you come back on. I'm going to see how good your cold calling is, and we're going to see you get better at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going
That
to put you
sounds
on the
great.
spot right now, but I want you to practice and then come back.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Because
For sure.
there's no point of me doing a cold call with you if you didn't go through all the objections, stuff like that, right? So I want you to go through it, so you're as confident as possible, and then we'll go to the point, right? I think you should practice the cold calling. That's probably going to be your best point of attack.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there.
Okay. That sounds, thank you, Zach. I appreciate your
Taking
time
action.
so
I
much.
appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure, man.
All right.
All right.
Keep it up.
Thank you.
Boom. All right. Next here we got William. Well, I'm gonna start talking about the Dolphins if you don't hop on. Remember, we were talking about how amazing the Dolphins are. All right, because I'll do a full hour monologue on this. Jose,
Hey man, how you doing?
what's up, man? How's it going?
This is going pretty good, man. I'm glad to finally meet you, man. I've been watching your videos for a while.
Awesome, man. Nice to meet you, dude. What's up? How can I help you out?
Yeah. So tomorrow I'm planning on finally like trying to get my first deal this in a couple of days or 30 days, right? But I'm planning on going to probate attorney's offices tomorrow or this week. And I just wanted to ask you if you had any advice, in doing that
You're going there for
to see if we could like develop a relationship, and they can send me their probate properties.
okay. Yeah, if you do it the stuff Rick does, do it. If you're going there blind, probably not. But like, what market?
It's South Georgia.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. I mean, honestly, you can also talk to him because you do need some closing attorneys too if you're going to be in Georgia. So, where are we talking South Georgia? Like Valdosta,
Yeah, Valdosta.
Albany, like,
But around the Valdosta area.
all right, I'm not going to talk about it anymore because you can crush it, dude. Okay, I'm not going to mention it anymore, right? But you're looking good. So I'd start doing that. Yeah, I like it, man. Probates, trying for dollars, reverse trying for dollars, code violations. I think you get the gist.
Yeah.
You're set up in a great market because, like, I'm not going to rag on Esmeralda who popped on, but like, she's in a different situation. You see her situation?
Yeah.
She's in San Carlos, dude. You're in a market people are dying to be in. All right. So your backyard's a good pond, man. So, dude, you just remember how lucky you are, and you got to take advantage of this opportunity you have. So, not everyone's lucky enough, right? I got a lot of New York City people watching me right now, but like, dude, I wish I was like Jose right now. So, know that, understand that, and execute.
Okay.
Right?
And then I got one other question.
Ask as many as you want.
For cash buyers, is it okay? You think there'd be a high chance of like getting a deal through a construction worker company?
No,
No?
I would tell unless it's land, like a land development
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, that
If your
makes
cash
sense.
buyers are real, especially in like South Georgia, and they're cheaper houses, but not too cheap, right? They're a little more southern type people there. I'll honestly tell you, is they're either going to be trying to flip the property or just rent it out. And that's really the two. Like, real, that's going to be your bread and butter. So you got to think like, okay, how do I find the people that want to buy my deal and rent it out for rents, right? They're just going to rent the property out.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm going to do a video on this, and Aguru's going to steal this, but whatever. You can really find cash sales and then talk to realtors of those cash sales and find buyers from them. I need to do a better part teaching that. I'm going to try to do something this week on it. The hurricane doesn't blow through, take the power out. I'm going to try to do some little more stuff about that. But like, you go to realtor.com and just go to cash sales and just go to sales of properties that are sold for cash. And you can find the realtors like, Zach Ginn is the buyer on this, and those all cash, right? That's another one too of like flips. Then how do you find the flippers, right? You do that. You go to like listerI.com, get cash sales, right? You can just look at properties that are looking to be flipped, right? Local RIAs, Facebook groups, auctions. There's so many, man. That's how to find cash. I would focus hard on cash buyers, but dude, there's plenty of people there.
Okay.
Especially, dude, it's kind of a college town, right? People like having rentals like that, dude. I'd probably be doing look for theirs too, and look for some of those like rentals by the college, because people like renting them out to students and charging an arm and a leg. But find the owners of those properties, by like Valdosta State, and just like find those owners because they're looking to buy more because they're probably making a ton of money doing it.
Gotcha. All right. Seems like you know a lot about the area, but
Dude, I know a lot about college towns, dude. Like, I can find it if I'm in a college town, I can find cash buyers all day because a lot of big companies like that area. A lot of people like flipping around those areas.
Yeah.
And it's a good one, man.
Gotcha. And so
I don't want to get any more into it, but dude, you'll make money. You just got to get after it.
So you're saying I shouldn't just go there blind, like go into these probate attorneys' offices?
I mean, you should know what to say, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, you can go in there blind if you want.
Okay.
But just know what you got to say there. Just some attorneys are mean and some want appointments, stuff like that. But yeah.
All right. I appreciate it,
You
man.
got this, dude. I like your attitude. So go after it, and yeah, let me know if you
Yeah,
need any help.
hopefully we get to see each other in the future.
Dude,
Again.
you know where I'm at. I ain't going anywhere, okay?
Yeah.
It's if you want to hop on, all right?
Yeah.
All
All right, man. Take
Appreciate
care.
it, bro. You too. Boom! Shout out to Jose. He's in a great market. Let's see if he does the action, which I think he will. So I like this. Corey.
Zach, what's up?
I'm blessed, dude. What's up?
Same, man. I got a question about a lead. We picked this lead up yesterday, but just kind of working through a little bit today. And we're looking to try to possibly structure a sub-2 deal on this. The guy has to move away. The owner has to move away, and he's got to move pretty quickly. So he's looking for somebody to just give him the payoff. It's about 143 and some change on the house, which the ARV is pretty high on this property. There's a pretty good spread there. It's about 270 or so, and it doesn't really need a lot of work. It'd be a really good wholesale. But that's why we were thinking the creative finance deal, because we could wholesale it pretty easily, but we could make more money as a wholesale on this. So my question is, he's got a commercial loan on it for about 120K or so, the balance, which that's all fine and dandy. But the other 20K or so is about a HELOC. It's from a HELOC. So my question is, can you do a sub-2 kind of structure on a HELOC, or would I have to structure to where that HELOC gets paid off, and then that would kind of be the entry fee for a buyer if we wholesaled it, or we could pay that and get the property if we could assume the commercial mortgage. But if we could sub-2 it all, he'd be willing to walk away with probably about 10K cash in his pocket, and that would be a very easy deal. I just don't know if we can assume that HELOC, so to say. I would think no, but I wanted to get some clarification.
So HELOCs are weird because you get them from like ever, right? Like it's like
Yeah.
a veterans type thing. Like there's like these veteran mortgage companies out. Like, do you know the company? Like a big one?
I would have to look it up on PropStream, but I'm pretty sure it was like a local credit union, but don't quote me on that.
I hate to say this, and I'm gonna get a lot of trouble saying it, but like there's two things. Obviously, I would always tell everyone just go through an attorney to look it over, but like you're
Yeah.
smart enough, you should read it over.
Yeah.
I would read it and kind of figure it out. Without reading it, I won't know, right? Like a standard
Yeah.
mortgage or standard mortgages, right? Like they're
Right.
pretty like simple to do.
Well, would you
HELOC's a little
classify a
different.
commercial as a standard mortgage? A commercial with I think the term on it was 360. So
Yeah, but by
350
HELOC, I don't
months.
know.
Yeah. So the HELOC was the concern. I was thinking personally, just my own thought process, that it would probably be similar to a reverse mortgage because it's like a revolving line of credit, and but again, I wanted to try to get a little bit of clarification. There is an attorney at my title company I use. I've got a good relationship with. She's gonna look at everything for me, but I figured maybe I could favor some work.
I gotta read the HELOC, right? Like
Yeah.
I read to those things before I make the decision on them. If it's a standard
Yeah.
mortgage, I'd tell you all day. Even a commercial loan, you could probably get away with, but a HELOC, I'm gonna have to look at it.
Yeah.
From a small credit union, because sometimes, like, I hate to say this, I don't want to say this, but like,
I don't want to get called due on sale or anything crazy like that.
The smaller ones are a lot more likely to call something versus like the big
Yeah.
ones, right? So
Well, I feel like the smaller their portfolio equity is, the lot more eyes on they're going to be on the deal.
HELOC in Tennessee, I'm gonna be careful. I would ask the attorney if it's assumable on there. I wish I could just read it, but like read it over.
I'm supposed to get some copies of it here in the next day or two. So if I can't get with the attorney that soon, I'll just send it to you on Facebook or something like that, and you can take a look at it if you'd like.
You can read it on the live or something, but like I'd have to read it before I can kind of make a decision on it for you.
Yeah.
I just don't like the small ones, man. They freak me out.
Yeah, no,
I got some right now. They're from like small ones, and I'm like obviously I'll make a ton of money on it, but like it's a little weird, So yeah, I'd be careful on that. Are they adjustable? Are they locked in?
No, they're locked in interest rates. They're good interest rates too. The commercial is 4.26%, I believe, and I don't know what what's that?
How is it a commercial one? Like, is this under an LLC?
No, it's in his personal name. I don't know how it's a commercial mortgage, but he owns a house in his personal name.
Dude, I hate that so much. I was hoping we can kind of like, oh, it's in an LLC, you buy the LLC. Like, dude, all right. Read it over.
He's got some other properties in an LLC, so I think that's how he was able to kind of qualify for the commercial, even though this house is in his personal name. But
yeah,
who knows?
This is a weird one. read the stuff and get back to me, and we can kind of go through and just send it to me. If
Yeah.
you get on a live, dude, and you tell me to read it, I'll read it because like I'm on the
Yeah.
live. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I wanted to give you an update on that. The last time I was on a live, I talked to you about that deal where it kind of just fell apart because there was the liens in excess of the purchase price, and you told me to figure out what they was for. So that's been a while. I've known what happened with that for a while, but I haven't been able to get around. But anyways, the type of liens that gentleman had was like attorney fees and like criminal penalty fines and stuff like that. Because
that's a hard one.
The guy went to prison, so you're not talking none of that down. That's money owed to the state for severe crimes. We'll just leave it at that. So
yeah, you ain't gonna debate that one. See, if you told me that, I'd be like, yeah, you got no shot. But
yeah, I found out the next day from the attorney at the title company. I called her and she gave me what the liens was, and I was like, yeah, I'll sign the earnest money release. Just email it to me.
Yeah, you probably already know this, but like for anyone watching, like if the lien is like a stupid, insane amount, it's probably not a code violation or like a typical lien. It's either one of those, a criminal lien, or it's like a child support lien. Like if it's ridiculous, like the house was 150 and it's like 250 of a lien. It's just something ridiculous. And
it just caught me completely off guard because it didn't even show up on prop stream or batch or nothing. We didn't. Yeah, we didn't know till
on there,
Yeah, we didn't know till the title search came back, and my buyer was like, "Well, dang," because they really wanted the property, and it was a $15K assignment, a quick deal, but I mean, it still sucked.
Yeah,
but
dang man.
Oh well, that's all I had. I'll let somebody else up on here who's trying to get their first deal and stuff, and ask you some questions. And anybody out there that's doubting this stuff's it works. It's real. Got to close tomorrow from a code violation. It's a big assignment. I'll send you the check when I close it tomorrow at 3.
I love it, man. It's motivation, dude.
Yeah. All right. Well, you take care, man. Keep up at it.
Right. Keep it up. Appreciate it.
See ya.
Boom. Appreciate Corey's always crushing it out here. We got a podcast coming up with him, so pretty exciting. But yo,
Zach,
how's it going, man?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good, man. Just got back into town. We, my wife and the kids, we went camping for a day. So
beautiful, dude. Where you go camping?
In Escondido. It's like
French to me.
It's like near San Diego.
Okay.
Kinda.
That's cool. Dude.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. Shout out to Corey, man. I appreciate every time he comes on to talk with you guys. But yeah, man, I needed some advice from you, man. So basically, I mean, as you know, I'm still going in on what I've shared with you, which is code violations, probates, pre-probates. The reverse driver for dollars, I'm gonna ramp up again. I'm not even gonna make any excuses right now. I'm gonna ramp up again on that again. But starting this week. But basically, in terms of our living situation now, we're living in an apartment right now, and our rent is expected to increase by December, and we both are not we want to be proactive with it, and multifamily investing in like a duplex sounds more of a legitimate solution to us. I just wanted to get your advice though. If you were in our situation, what would you do? Would you stay in the apartment, continue wholesaling, or would you continue wholesaling and invest in a duplex?
I mean, depends if you can qualify for a loan or something, you and your wife. But like, I mean, buying a duplex and renting one out and then staying in the other doesn't sound bad, right?
Right.
Obviously, you already know the headaches of having a tenant, but that ain't bad, dude. The hardest part's finding a duplex at a reasonable price. But run the numbers on a couple on the market right now and figure out for yourself. But if you run the numbers over 5 years, it's really hard for it not to make financial sense at all. So run the numbers and just see,
That makes sense because it does depend on the area.
Like you got kids, schooling, things like that, but like that's more of a personal thing than ever, right? Like, so you got to decide that for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. The next question I have is, so one of the probate leads, I was supposed to go 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 view the property tomorrow. I never heard back from the executor. Okay, okay, Kari, I'll check on you. I'll check on you. Yeah, so I was supposed to go tomorrow to meet with her sister, but I never heard back from her. So I sent her a text because she said she was gonna text me to let me know prior to then. Sent her a text probably not even an hour ago to be like, hey, what's going on? Are we still gonna meet up tomorrow? And she said, actually, her and her sister decided that they're not going to move forward because there was not that much equity in the property, and so they were
Okay.
just so. Well, I was just gonna ask, like, I mean, I get probates is like a different animal, and it's kind of like a tender type of conversation to have with them. Should I just let it go and just kind of be like, hey, if anything changes, reach out to me, or should I overcome those objections?
If equity is their biggest concern, and if you're probably not going to get a good deal if they want too much equity for the deal, like too much equity for it. So I would probably move away from it. If it's you gave them your highest and best offer and it's just not enough for them, it's never going to be enough. So they have to go through some more pain, dude. And maybe the market goes down a little more and you can go, maybe they're underwater and you do a subject to or a lease option or wholesale that for a quick 5, 6, 7, 8 grand, right?
Yeah.
Right. Like I'd be patient with that person. If they're crazy on the price right now, wait for their equity to go down even more in the future. Right. So
that's fair.
You can't force somebody to sell, dude. And you never want to, right?
Exactly.
The probate's motivation enough, but like, what are they going to do with the house if they keep it, right? Rent it out? Like, they're not going to rent it out. Okay. Like, it takes a special person, like a business type person to do it. And for the average person, they can't own rentals.
Yeah.
Let them stick their 401k, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'd wait those out. I look back at all those type of deals I've done and I've always had to wait them out and it always works out.
Okay. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Cool, man. Cool. Well, bro, I appreciate you. Appreciate your dad, like I said before, and yeah, I'll let the next person ask questions, but thank you for the honest feedback, and yeah, we'll take that to the bank.
All right, appreciate it. And dude, you can sometimes get a quadplex, right? Like I've seen guys my age do that, right? I don't really want to live that type of life on a quadplex, but like
I hear you.
You can do it.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, look it up, man. I appreciate it, dude.
All right, no doubt, man. Have a good night.
Boom, you too. Boom, right? California is weird because they talk the talk of making prices lower, but they don't build multifamily houses in areas that need it because they don't want real estate prices to go down, but they also want to make housing affordable. It's a whole mess in California with that. Like, just crazy. Florida has the same problem too. It's like, hey, if you want price to go down, build more multifamilies. Oh, the price is going to go down. My home values, right? I own plenty of rentals. Like, you just got to make it easier for people to move here and help the population. But that drives me crazy too. But Shaquila,
Hey, Zach. How you doing?
how's it going? How are you?
It's going good. Just continuing to wholesale. It's hard. I'm gonna just say this right now. Just cold calling, and just working toward it. Just with that list of 5,000 code violations is so. Sometimes it can get discouraging because I'm calling numbers, they're not answering, or I'm calling numbers and they're like, you're calling the wrong person, or no. So I'm just, working through my own, just working through my own like issues with that. But so far, so good. I did get a few people like to answer and like, well, yeah, I might sell in about 6 months, or call me back. I did get a guy that told me to call him back. He was on vacation. He had a vacant land though. So I'll probably call you back. Like I'll probably get on live again for that one. But I wanted to talk about these other two. So I wanted to know how would I go about dealing with an agent because I came across an agent that wanted to sell me a what do you call it? It's just like a rental property, but it's like it could use some TLC. So how would I go about dealing with an agent, working with an agent?
Wait, speak up a little. The mic's not coming up for a reason.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay, that's a little better.
Okay. So I came across an agent that wanted to sell me a property, but it's a rental. I think it can go for either a rental or like a single family. And I just wanted to know how would I go about working with an agent with that? Like, is it the same
Is it
process
listed?
or yeah, yeah, it's listed and it's been listed for like 100 and some odd days now.
Okay. How much do you think it's worth to a cash buyer right now?
So they're getting 800 for rent. So 80,000, right, would be my 10% cap, right? And so
It can
I
be a
don't
little
know.
more, like depending on if you got to do the comps, right?
I didn't even do any of that.
So do the comp.
I
Yeah. What is it listed for right now?
it's listed for 170,000, I think. Yeah, she just went down on the price because it was
Okay, and what state?
180,000. Maryland.
Maryland. So I think you do dual agency in Maryland. Let me look this up.
What do you mean dual agency, like double dip type of thing?
Yeah. So yeah, you can. Nope, you can't. Dual agency is illegal in Maryland. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot. Dual agency would have been your best bet. Do the comps and get back to me and look at it, right? So maybe the comps are 130, maybe the comps are 120, maybe the comps 160, right? You're gonna have to figure out before we kind of go forward in the conversation because I don't know what the house is worth, right?
Okay.
So we have to do the comps first.
All right. Cool. And then this next question, I'll try to be quick because I'm on my lunch break. So, um, there's a property, right? My friend drove past it because he drives around and he'll call me and be like, "Oh, I got this property." So he drives past this motivated property. It's perfect. I call the guy and he's like, "Well, the guy told me to text him." I texted him and I asked him if he's the owner of whatever property, right? And he doesn't message me back. He didn't message me back. So then I text him later on and I was like, "Oh, are you available for a call?" And then he's like, "No." You could text back responses to say like he just never gave me an answer. He was just like, "Oh no, I'm not available for a call." So I asked him again. I was like, "Oh, are you the owner of this property?" I feel like the guy's giving me a runaround. He was about to message, and I see the little three dots on my iPhone, whatever, and I see that he's about to message, and he erases it, and he just does not. And he reads the message. He reads all the messages I sent him, but he just does not respond. What do I do? Should I just send? I want to send him a picture of the property just to say like, dude, answer my messages. Like, is this your house? What do I do? Should I just forget
All
about
right,
it,
you got two
or
options. It's pretty easy.
is it the Facebook message? Should I
So
Facebook
no,
message?
you just all right. Text them, hey, when are you available for a call to talk about this property? So did this person say they're interested in selling it?
When I messaged them that, they still did not respond.
So you said yeah.
No,
So he's
they
not
didn't say
interested in
anything.
selling it. Oh, I think cut out. Honestly, we could probably. You guys just got to get on the phone with the guy or gal. So what I want you to do is just call them. See if they don't answer. Try to say, is there a time that works for you to call? Probably won't get a response, right? So you're gonna just here's a quick tip. Call them on a different phone number. Get a Google Voice. Call them. They're probably gonna answer.
I did. I'm sorry. I called them on like three numbers. I called
Oh,
them.
really?
Yeah, I called them on my Google Voice, and they did not respond. But when I called them off my regular phone, they responded. So I just stuck with that. But I think I'm gonna call him on my Google Voice again, or I'm gonna have my friend call him. I'm gonna use somebody else. Well, why would I have to do that? I don't know, but I'm gonna find another way to
Honestly, at this point, just text them, hey, I'm looking to buy your house. If you're interested in selling it for cash, call me. And then leave it at that. And if they don't want to sell it, they won't call you. Like, that's all you can really do, right? We can't force someone to sell their house.
Right. I feel like I'm getting desperate now because I feel like it's been way too long. You know what I mean?
I get it.
That's all though. Thanks.
No worries.
I appreciate you.
No worries. Well, keep it up. I appreciate it.
Will do. Thanks.
All right. Thanks. All right. Yeah. Some sellers kind of weird on it. What are you going to do? Right. Yeah. All right. Let's get some questions going here. Let's see here. Let's get some questions. Let's see what questions we got. I'll also put the streamer link back on here for anyone to hop on. All righty. Let's see. So Carl's got an interesting question. Hey guys, I already asked, but could someone confirm this for me, please? I would not have to change any terms for the purchase and signable agreements given by Zach if I live in a market here in Florida. So the contract is worked with a lot of lawyers and legal, and then kind of with us. It's kind of a mix of all the stuff, right? That contract, right? That contract's really meant for everyone across the entire country to use, right? So it's not Florida specific to a point. The point of the contract, and I can only stress this enough, is to be a template for you. And what I mean by that, I want you to bring that contract to your title company or your attorney if you're in a closing state and see if that's good enough to do a wholesaling deal. And the title company is going to be the biggest bottleneck, not the laws in your state, the title company. Hey, you need to change this and this and this to make it good. And then they change it, and then boom, you got a contract for that state. It's good enough where you can really go to any title company. It looks legit enough, but they might want to make some tweaks, and you're going to have to figure it out from there. That's really why I have that contract template there. That's going to be your best bet for wholesaling success. And I think a lot of people get confused from that, but that's really why I did it like that, right? So like you can use it for anything, but I would probably clear and just steer it where I'd ask the title company for it. That is the point of it. And that's kind of why I kind of came up with that pretty much to a point, right? So yeah. Yeah, it's all in freewholesaling.com. And that's kind of the point here, guys. Like if you want to learn wholesaling for free, just go to freewholesaling.com. But yeah, dual agency is illegal in Florida. So you can't have the seller basically represent themselves and represent someone else. So just understand that too. But yeah, it's going to be a little harder for you to do that from there. So yeah. Let's see what other questions we got here. What's up, guys? Mustache Mike likes the haircut. Appreciate that. And yeah, shout out to Steve. You know, the Dolphins are still winning with the haircut. So what are you going to do about that now? Just kidding, man. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, can I wholesale at 15? Of course you can wholesale at 15 years old. Yeah, that is 100% doable at 15 years old for wholesaling success. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see what other questions we got. Love it, Zach. Appreciate it. Yeah, you can do additional terms on it. You're just going to have to ask the title company for it, and it's going to help you out. But that's honestly going to be the best success possible. So yeah, guys. So I'm telling you guys, if you want to learn wholesaling real estate for free, just go to my free real estate wholesaling course, freewholesaling.com, and I'll share with you exactly everything you need to know for wholesaling real estate wholesaling success, guys. We're doing a big cold call and government list on Tuesday, so I'm excited to announce that. Ricken's doing his live cold calling, his live stream on tomorrow at 8 p.m. So excited to see everyone there. So if you got any value from this video, do me a big favor. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe. Make sure you guys go to freewholesaling.com. Again, that is my free real estate wholesaling course. And we can go out here, flex on a guru, make them feel like they got to give everything for free, which they should. And that's it, guys. So I really appreciate it. I do want to help as many people as possible. So freewholesaling.com is going to be that. Again, I have a hurricane probably going to hit Florida Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday-ish. We don't know how it's going to be or anything like that. I will be doing live streams as long as I have power. But remember, worst case scenario, I do have recorded videos that are all set out that I'll release instead on the Zachin channel and then on basically all the other type channels. So you don't have to worry about missing any great wholesaling content, because I have a lot of good videos out here that I'll probably release, next week. I'll just release now and then record other videos for you. So there's always gonna be knowledge out here. Freewholesaling.com. Worst case scenario, I'm gonna be on my LTE answering things on my Wholesaling House for Real Facebook group. So it's all there for your success, guys. This is Zach and signing out. I really appreciate it. Make sure you enjoy your night. Make sure you stay blessed. And thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.